Hey, Nancy. Hey, Jackie. I'm here. I was here before you got on. No, this is buffering or something. I don't know. And I was here. Jackie, I was on here before you were. You better love me, you little bitch. Nathan's in the house, y'all. And you got to put up with him the whole time because it's his book. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. Who's going cross-eyed? Me? Fine, Jackie. You were here before I was. Whatever makes you happy. Hey, Nathan. Yeah, yes. I got it cut. Be 2 weeks Saturday. I got shower head now. Do I need to read the do I need to start with chapter one or do I need to read the previously Love and Beyond part one part? I have missed your annoying ass, Jackie. Feel like I haven't talked to you in 3 months. Thank you. I just got it colored Sunday. Or I just colored it Sunday. Okay. I just want to say this. Hey, Miss Starling. Just, um, it's got the longest name. No, nobody told me about any trips, and I don't know that I want to go on a trip. I might just want to stay here. I get car sick. Yes, Miss Shirley, today's Wednesday. How are you doing? Fancy? You need to start keeping these storms at your house instead of sending them on to me. Sharon is not caring. Thank you very much. The wind. It rained all night. We didn't get any storms, I don't think, but it rained all night. And then today the wind has blown like freaking crazy. Looks like it's finally calmed down though, or it's changed. No, it's finally calmed down. Yeah, I told you they're selling the house next door, and it has been like Grand Central Station over there. Where's Karen, bitch? I would totally forget what day it was if it wasn't for Nina. It's early. Had so many freaking doctor's appointments lately. Uh, Nina ain't even on here right now. And I might get out of it. It was probably crazy. Oh, this bitch. Whew. She's doing something productive for a change. All right. It's 12 after. Let's get started, I reckon. Fancy, is that too loud? Better. Okay. Chapter 1. Nathan, you can bite my ass. I don't know that I want to go anywhere. I like being in my little cave. This is what Mike calls my room is my cave. He says, go back and get in your cave. I had Sawyer this weekend. He's like, go get in your cave. Y'all go get in the cave. These are my hometown boys here. I don't even sing anymore. All right, chapter 1. This is Love and Beyond, part 2, book 3, Dancer's Curse of Love, and part of the from the Chronicles of the Living Library of Creation comes Dancer's Curse of Love, book 3, Love and Beyond, part 2, the third book in Dancer's Curse of Love series, part of Dancing a Supernatural Tale Saga. Fuck, it's a long name. I like my cave. I had a lock on it. All right. Bobby looked at her and she pulled him back. He looked. Ooh, I can't read my glasses on. He looked at her and she said, partners in crime. Bobby smiled and said, always do the time. She replied, that is right, Bobby. We always do the time. Have I've got your back, right? Bobby said, always, Brittany. I made you a promise, Bobby. Walk with me for a second. They started walking hand in hand. They started past Gloria. Brittany grabbed her hand, pulled her close, moved, and placed her hand in Bobby's. He started to pull his hand away, and she said with tears in her eyes, we love her, Bobby Mac Coleman. We love her. Gloria thought, I love you so much, Britt. Brittany continued speaking. You walk away from her, you walk away from me. I will never speak to you ever again, Bobby. Bobby thought, damn, Britt, Gloria isn't the one I need to worry about at the moment. Why in the hell did you do that? Nicole walked over, grabbed his arm, and said, she is just trying to tear us apart. We can't trust them. Let's go. You don't have anything else to say to either of them. You're right. I don't have anything to say, Bobby agreed. Brittany held his hand tight to Gloria's. Nicole pulled him, so he moved. Oh, I am so lost in this. But when his arm had reached as far as it could without letting go, he stopped. Ivan grabbed Brittany by the arm. We are leaving before they brainwash you again, he ordered. When he started to pull her, JD was standing right in front of him. He said in an even tone, let go now. Ivan looked at JD, who had a very angry look on his face. He and Ashley had walked up as Brittany grabbed Bobby's hand. No one noticed them. Ivan released her arm. Ashley grabbed Stanley by the arm. JD took her hand and placed it Stanley's. Partners in crime, huh? Well, partners don't ask their partner to do a damn thing they won't do themselves. They ask because they can't do two things at the same time. So are you a true partner or someone that is do as I say and not as I do? JD asked as he glared at her. I told you, Brittany, this is all bullshit, Ivan said angrily. See, when they say they are cursed, they hated both of you. Now look, you do not hate Gloria, and he does not hate Bobby. What now? You still in love with Bobby? They say we are supposed to be everything each other needs and not love anyone else. How much more proof do you need to see they brainwashed you? Stanley looked at Nicole, who was listening to Ivan. Don't listen to him, Nicole. His words tore Gloria's heart out, but she didn't say a thing. There is no conflict between the four of you, Stanley said. We were much different. I felt the same thing for Gloria as you feel for Bobby, just like Ivan feels for Brittany and she feels for him. Everything is completely different. I thought I was in love with Gloria. Bobby was in love with Gloria. Bobby was in love with Gloria. Brittany was in love with me. I wanted to take Gloria away from Bobby and Brittany. I wanted to leave. There was a conflict all the way around. When it came when it came to Bobby and Brittany, you won't be able to tear them apart. They are too close. They were a threat to Gloria and me when we were with them. What you are seeing is true friendship, a trust beyond lovers. They have never been lovers. Others think they have, but they have not. They do not want to be lovers. It feels like we're old lovers from the past to them. That is the curse. It won't last. You don't know that, Nicole hissed. Gloria chose her words wisely and spoke to Ivan. She has a point. We don't know that. Ashley, are you neutral or all and we all you are neutral and we all trust you. What kind of advice can you give each of us? That nearly floored Ashley. She thought, what the hell? Why are you bringing me into this shit? Amen, Nathan. I'm going. I don't need to go on a trip, she said. Find a place that all can agree upon somewhere where you all feel safe. Then ask people that all of you trust that know what is going on. Listen to what they say and follow your gut. Reuben and Natasha, we all trust them, Bobby said. Sam is the if this part Sam, if this part of a curse is Sam, Sam, if this part of a curse, he is the one to help us. But Ivan is right. I've always liked him. I just listen to others over him, Brittany added. just like you are doing now. I say let's go. Continue with our plan. Breaking up is hard. Bobby removed her hand from Stanley's and said, "He is right. You go. You go. I will hold down the fort. You go. I will hold down the fort here. Nicole can stay with me, and I will get Natasha to call you." Brittany took Ivan by the hand. They started walking away. "Ivan," Bobby called out. He looked back, and Bobby held out his hand and said, "Goodbye. Take care of her." Ivan walked back and took his hand, and Bobby shook it and pulled him close to touch shoulders as he said, "You just remember You just remember what I told you about her being duped. The ship you are on is taking water in. You walk, and I promise you every word I said will come true." Gloria and Nicole looked at Bobby. A confused look came on Brittany's face. Bobby said in a low voice, "See ya. This I say for her sake. Get halfway to the door and stop. Say you want to make sure. She will listen. If you don't, when you get to the door, she will stop. That is when you should really start worrying about the fall. If this curse shit is true, you're still an asshole, and I still want to be rid of your stupid ass. I did that for her and not you. Have a nice day." "Bobby, don't be that way," the coach scoffed. "You should look at it as if the curse was real at what she did to keep you safe, Ivan." I want to explore this. "You should look at it as if the curse was real at what she did to keep you safe, Ivan," Gloria said. "She does love you very much. I think she is worth some discomfort, don't you? He told you the truth. You are her dance mate. He is her soulmate. That is a stronger love. I promise you she will not walk away from Bobby with this much insecurity in her life. All of you take a separate flight. Go to North Dakota, Sioux Falls. Bobby and Brittany both liked it there." Looking at Brittany, she said in a low voice, "Stanley and I will take the Chandler jet. All of you can talk. I promise once Reuben and Natasha discover where you're going, they will be there. No one will have to ask them to come. We are trying to help you." Ivan grumbled. "Your help is what led to all of this. I guess I should listen and thank you." He looked at Stanley and said, "She is mine. Try and take her and you will regret it." He walked away. "I am good with everything that was said, Bobby, but I do not want to stay in the same house with Gloria," Nicole said as she looked at Stanley with mixed expressions on her face. We, we will have to. I don't have any money," Bobby said in a low, sad voice. "Who said this?" "I'll give you a loan, Bobby. I know you're good for it. It wouldn't be the first time I gave you a large loan." "Oh, it's Bobby." Okay, hold on. I got Bobby and Stanley mixed up. Uh, we will have to. I don't have any money," Bobby said in a low, sad voice. "I'll give you a loan, Bobby. I know you're good for it. It wouldn't be the first time I gave you a large loan." "Thanks, Stanley." Looking at Nicole, Stanley said, "No problem." Bobby walked away. Gloria held on to his hand. He pulled his from hers and kept walking. He thought, "I am sorry, Gloria. Oh, God help me. I don't know what to do. I'm trapped." Bobby and Brittany both arrived at the exit and stopped and looked back. Ivan released Brittany's hand and said, "You want to go to? You want him go? You want him go? I won't beg you to. I won't beg you to stay or to love me." He walked out, and her heart was breaking, but she didn't know why. Her body started trembling with every step Ivan took. In a frightened voice, Gloria said quietly, "Help her, Stanley, because if something happens to him, she will likely follow." A memory came to Stanley's mind. Bobby said if we start the completion, who is going to hold us together? The two of you? Stanley said. No need to. One thing I do know is that Bobby is going to look out for her, and she will. Oh, I don't know who said this part. No need to. One thing I do know is that Bobby's going to look out for her, and she will look out for him. They know about each other. It is themselves they don't believe. Try not to think about what they will be doing. Neither of them will be dancing this year, not competitively anyway. I think Nicole is a good dance mate for Bobby. Nicole pulled Bobby slightly, and Bobby said, "Let's go, Britt." Stanley thought, "My God, what did I do?" As they walked out the door. I need to talk to the two of you alone. Come with me, JD ordered. I will babysit. JD, I'm not taking any more chances with them, Ashley said as she walked away. JD walked to a room behind Stanley and Gloria and shut the door. No one hears this conversation, JD said in a demanding tone. We do not know who hired the people that took them, but it has something to do with dancing. He folded his arms across his chest and spoke. The ransom thing was all a cover. That I know for a fact. Mason is a very dangerous man, and he's still on the loose. I need to know everyone that think of that you can think of that has extensive knowledge about the curse and dancing. I don't care how much you like or trust them. I know too, William and Sam. Who else? And remember, we do not have this conversation. We did not have this conversation at all. Do you think this is over? Stanley said in a worried voice. Um, I'm not sure, Stanley, but this I do know. There is more to this man than meets the eye. Cody told me a lot about what happened in there. Someone wanted to do what they did, but I also think someone wanted them to do it on their own. But I think don't but what I think don't really matter at this point. A friend lost his life. JD, I have only heard bits and pieces. JD sighed and paced a little. She started a fight that should have gotten her killed. She called your phone, knowing I would answer. He stepped right in front of Stanley and said in a serious tone, She told me to kill her if she lived. That girl was in love with you, Stanley. We know she was about to do something stupid. Everyone that knew her knew the same thing. Bobby stayed close to her. We were almost too late. She nearly got what she wanted. Bobby more than her. Lucky. Ash got to them just in time. She loves him, doesn't she? Gloria said in a sad tone. Just like we love Brittany. They taught us we still have souls, Gloria. We find ourselves hoping once again that we can have a life with people. But time to bring out the monster. I'm going to kill everyone that had anything to do with it. To their surprise, there was a knock on the door. JD opened it, and Brittany was standing there. Tears were rolling down her face. She said in a trembling voice, You coming or not? Don't get no ideas. I want my friendship ring and my necklace back. Gloria walked over to her and said, Yes, we are coming. Wear mine until you get yours. She pulled her necklace off and placed it on Brittany's neck. Then she pulled her friendship ring off and placed it on her right hand. Brittany put it on her left hand. That was the greatest day of my. She stopped. Gloria grabbed and hugged her and said softly, Yes, Bobby knows he made that day very special for you. You made it so special for me too, Brittany. Brittany said to JD, her hand trembling, My call, JD? Lost signal. Could you repeat what you said? JD said as he squared up with her. She paused for a moment. It is not important. He'll crown. I hope he gets better soon. Let's go, Brittany, Gloria said as she started pulling her, smiling. I will get your ring and necklace to you as soon as I can. I hate you, Stanley said with a forced smile. Brittany smiled. I'm glad you do. I love you too. It felt as if her heart fell to her feet. She then cried out, why does it hurt? Oh, God. Gloria grabbed her and hugged her, pulling her away, then left the room. JD gave Stanley a hard look. Did I miss something here? You said you hate her and she says I love you too? You have no idea how hard that was for her to say, or how hard it was to walk back in this room with me here. When you find out who did this, JD, you let me know first. I want to kill them. I want to kill them. I wasn't deep enough, was I? You have no idea how hard that was for her to say, or how hard it was to walk back in this room with me here. When you find out who did this, JD, you let me know first. I want to kill them myself. That is the finest woman I have ever met. Everyone that knows her will say that. Bobby is one of the best men I know. Everyone that knows him will say that too. They deserve so much more than this. I will text you the name shortly. He started to walk out of the room, and JD grabbed him and pulled him close. JD whispered, "They were well trained assassins. If they would have intended on killing anyone, they would have started killing hostages. I need that list to be honest." Stanley looked at him, nodded, and walked out of the room. Ashley, Brittany, Bobby, Nicole, Ivan, and Gloria got off of the jet in Sioux Falls, North Dakota. Reuben and Natasha were waiting for them. Natasha was running up and said, "My babies!" She grabbed Bobby and Brittany and gave them a hug at the same time. She kissed them both. Tears were in her eyes. "I was so worried. Thank God you're safe. Baby, where is your husband? He should." Gloria walked up, interrupting quickly. She was the last one off the plane and said as she approached them, "Something's happened. I haven't had the time to call, but she and Stanley are not together anymore. She is with Ivan now. Bobby is with Nicole now. I have a lot to do, but we can talk once I get things lined up for them." Reuben looked at Brittany and Bobby. He pressed his lips into a thin line and gave a slight nod of understanding. You look tired. We can go back to our hotel and get some rest. You will feel better when you wake up. "I'm going with Gloria. I will see you at the hotel," Brittany said. "You've been up for a day. Now you need to get some sleep," Ivan said with a hint of concern in his voice. She kissed him. "I'm okay," she said in a low, soft voice. "Let's go. See you soon, Brittany," Reuben said, motioning his hand for the others to move. "I don't like you splitting up," Ashley warned in a concerned voice. Gloria said in a reassuring tone, "It will be okay." She took Brittany by the hand and walked away. They got a shuttle to a car rental place. Once they got the car, Brittany went to the bank and deposited some money into an account for Bobby. Brittany said curiously, "I thought he got a loan from Stanley." "As far as he ever needs to know, he did. Stanley sent you some money as well, but it was a loan from me. Your settlement hasn't come in yet." Brittany looked away. "I will pay him back." "I know you wanted to talk, so what do you have on your mind?" Gloria asked as she gave Brittany a sideways glance. "Why is Bobby hurting?" Gloria thought. "You don't want to know why Bobby is hurting. You want to know how to fight this." Gloria thought for a moment. "I am not sure, but in my opinion, two loves that were meant to be a certain way, I think in some ways that people like us should meet our dance mates first, then find our soulmates later after the fall, like Stanley and I did. Not like this. It was easier for me than it will be for Bobby, because It feels so real, like it was meant to be. He has never wanted love to continue and watch it end, not to not be able to do anything about it. No offense, but I don't think that will be a problem with them, Brittany said with a difference. Brittany, the curse is far more than you think. Stanley and I grew up the same. We were friends and still are friends. But if you stop and look at us now, the way we are, you could tell just by knowing the people we are that we are not very compatible as a couple. I look at my life and see things that I do like very much. I, oh no, it's still Gloria. I look at my life and see things that I do like very much. I know Stanley. We are two different kinds of people. Stanley is a wine and dine kind of guy, more like a formal person. Me, I'm a buck wild party doll. Oh, you did put Nina in here, didn't you? I could adapt to several different lifestyles. I love exploring my sexuality and having fun. I've come to understand within myself that it wasn't what I'd done that hurt me so bad. It was why I did it that bothered me the most. I am reasonably sure that if I had never met Stanley, I would be living quite a wild life now. She shook her head slightly. In a lot of ways, the curse kept me tamed and him silent, slightly wild for a compromise. When the fall happens, Bobby will see her for her true self. She will see him for his true self. That is the reason most dance mates never stay together. It always draws you in to be lovers. Once that has happened, things are not the same. If I could give him some advice and he would listen to me, I would tell him to dance more than he makes love. Hell, if he would let me, I would even join in with them on both. But that won't happen. In a curious tone, Brittany said, "Why dance more than make love?" Gloria sighed inwardly. Because the feeling that you get from dancing never goes away. The feeling you have making love always gets better until the fall. Brittany, the curse is made for everything to be perfect. The more you do, the, the more you do to make it seem less that way, the weaker it will be when the fall happens. It is the things that you can do to say, see, it wasn't perfect, is what makes it weaker in the long run. Brittany continued. I will admit, I never felt anything like that before in all my life. Well, I say that, but I may have exaggerated. But one thing is for sure, very few things come close. But Bobby got lucky on that part. He passed out very soon after she got started on him. Brittany, the first time is always special, Gloria said. But if you want me to tell you something, to tell Bobby to do something that will help Bobby tremendously, then tell him to spend time with his children. This sounds like I'm being selfish. Tell him to make time for me. But this helped me the most when the curse started ending. But spending time with me will hurt unlike anything he has felt. When the curse started to end for me, I never knew anyone could love me the way the two of you did. I only wish I could return the favor. Lie on the floor holding his hand as he slept. When the fall takes place, that is when regrets start. This last time, the only regrets I had were the mean things I said and put you through, but not when I made love. That helped me with the feeling. I was stronger than I thought. Before I started, I had a little guilt after the first time, that is. After was the worst part, but it did get easy. During, believe it or not, it was intense and regret free. It was almost peaceful, and when we danced, it eased a lot then. It wasn't like dancing with Stanley. It felt nice with him holding me. I guess it was because I knew he loved me. But you made him feel like he raped you, Brittany pointed out. Gloria shook her head. The first time, I wanted to die afterwards. But that was because I was afraid I was going to lose Bobby. I was afraid he was going to leave. But that is much different than this. Stanley and I were not together. He had separated us. Now I find myself frightened that I am going to lose him again. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think I'm going to lose him? She knows him better than anyone. If I stand a chance, she will know that. Brittany sighed and thought for a second. To be honest, I think she loves him a lot more than he loves her. I think he's fighting the feelings he has for her tooth and nail. But we haven't had any time alone since all of this happened. While we were being held, our captors wouldn't let us talk to the other guys. After we got free, Ivan and Nicole were surrounding us. I needed to get away from everybody except you. Tossed some things around in my head to figure out how I could help Bobby. She stuck her tongue through pressed lips. Me, personally, I'm about ready to say to hell with men altogether and ask you if you want a girlfriend. Gloria smiled slightly. It just so happens I'm free. Brittany looked out the window. I wonder why it hurts when I think about Stanley and the things we've done, but I can laugh about the things me and Bobby have done, even smiled about the things that we have done. Like the night you came to be with us and we left France, that evening was fun as hell. I had been thinking about stripping because of the money I could make. You did not hear that either. You did not hear that either. I wanted to see what it would be like doing lap dances and things like that. That way, if things went too far, well, no need talking about that. Bobby was sitting there smiling with that look of, are you really going to do this on his face when I did and started dancing on him like I had seen on videos. Also, the night you showed me how to dance in the hotel, he pulled me close and tickled the hell out of my chest by blowing between my breasts. Life seemed so simple then. The sad part about it is, it wasn't that long ago. I'm starting to think life is a curse not dancing. One of the best feelings I have ever had in my life. Have absolutely no regrets whatsoever at all. I'm even glad it happened. I was raped, all the while having this wonderful feeling. I was holding Bobby's hand thinking he was going to die. I enjoyed every second of it. Tears started to well. I hate myself for that. I actually hate myself so bad. That is the reason why I'm with you right now. I know Ivan is going to make love to me. I don't want to, and I can't stop him. I don't have the will to stop him. Gloria said in a confused voice. Could you repeat that for me, please? I hate myself for enjoying sex while I was watching Bobby. I thought, die. I got away from Ivan because I know he's going to want to have sex. I don't want to have sex. Ivan is so wonderful. He's everything to me. I don't know how I ever lived without him. This may sound crazy, but I don't want to make love to him. I even think it is crazy. Is JD the one with the 7-inch tongue? Mm-hmm. All right, chapter 2. My God, I wish I was as strong as her, Gloria thought as she pulled the car into a parking lot. She grabbed her phone. Brittany, honey, I want you to trust me. Do you trust me? That is a stupid question, Brittany said. Yes, it is. Stay in the car. Gloria quickly got out of the car. Reuben was sitting at the table talking with Bobby. Ivan was in a room sleeping. Nicole was in the shower. Reuben's phone rang. He looked at it and answered it. Gloria, is everything okay? Reuben, do not let Bobby and Nicole sleep together tonight. Keep them separated. A confused look came across his face. Just 1 minute, dear. I didn't hear you that good. It must be this room. I will try to get better reception. Looking at Bobby, he said, Little man, I'll be right back. Wait for me. Sure. Reuben got up and spoke in Russian to Natasha and said, Sit with little man. Do not let go to do not let them go to bed before I get back. Gloria said something is strange. He started walking out the door. Natasha sat down with Bobby. Reuben went out into the hall and away from the door. In a confused, focused tone, he said, Okay, I'm now I am alone now. Repeat that, please, and tell me why. Gloria told him everything Brittany had said. Reuben, do you think Gloria said as she started crying. I think they're fighting this more than anything I've ever seen in my life, Reuben. She flat out told me she did not want him to touch her. She told me that when I asked if I was going to lose him. She told me that when I asked if I was going to lose him. She flat out told me that she didn't think he felt the thing. I think they were looking at each other the entire time, Reuben. She said she hated herself feeling what she felt, knowing he was going to die. I've never heard of anything like this. Reuben said in a concerned voice. That is just more than them to worry about, Gloria. Ivan may not believe he is cursed, but that doesn't mean he deserves. He paused and said in a heavy Russian accent, I tell you, it will kill them both, but I will buy you some time. If you if what you say is true, then shouldn't be no problem getting him out of hotel room. I'll tell him we go out for drinks. But Gloria, I have no answers or know what to say. I've never heard of such a thing either. To tell the truth, I'm taking your word, but I still do not believe it. I need to find answers. Stanley is supposed to have called Sam. He or they are supposed to be coming here. I'm going to see when he will get here. Do not tell Stanley anything we have talked about. Tell Ivan that we are having a girls' day and night out. I'll give the message to him when he wakes up. Nicola's in the shower. Me and Bobby will be gone when she gets out. Gloria hung up the phone and called Stanley. Stanley answered the phone saying, I was just, I was about to walk out the door. Daniel's bringing Bobby's car. I'm hooking the car hauler to my truck and bringing Brittany's car. Matthew's going to bring your car. We're going to be bringing the kids with us. Money was transferred into Bobby's name from our account. Brittany has the same amount. When is Sam going to get here? Not sure. Chandler Dance has hired him to help the dancers that were kidnapped. Bobby and Katrina are leaving tomorrow to go to California. William was William has placed a hellacious price on the heads of the ones that did this. I need Sam to get here as soon as possible. The sooner the better. There was a sense of urgency in her voice. Stanley said in a concerned voice, Is something wrong? No, nothing is wrong, but he needs to put them first. Tell him to come immediately. I gotta go. Stanley thought, what is going on? Gloria hung up the phone and wiped the tears away as she got into the car. Brittany was listening to the radio. Please tell me you didn't tell Stanley anything I said. No, I did not. I called Reuben and told him to tell Ivan we were having a girls' night out. I called Stanley and asked when Sam was going to be here. I told him to tell him to hurry. Stanley has got your car. Daniel was bringing Bobby's and Matthew is bringing mine. They are bringing the babies and I have got a lot to do today. So we can spend the day chatting and getting things done. Maybe take a few hours getting our nails and feet done, maybe even our hair. Tonight, let's have a quiet evening together. When Sam gets here, you can talk to him. He knows more about the curse than anyone I know. Maybe he can help us in this. I thought the curse was beyond help, to deal with other emotions and other things. He knows how to direct it into your dance and other things. He can make things better for you. Alan is not going to go for me being away from him tonight, Brittany said as she looked at Gloria. I got an idea on that. I will make it worth his while for this. Not completely sure how yet, but working on it. Besides, besides telling him the truth that you are staying with a friend to comfort her. She knows her husband is lying in the arms of another woman. You can leave out the part where I'm going to be lying in your arms or you in mine. He doesn't need to know that. Gribben walked back into the hotel room as Nicole left the bedroom wearing her night clothes. Gribben walked over to Bobby. Little man, what do you say we go out and have a couple of drinks of vodka to unwind? You look like you need a drink. We shoot the bull for a while, as you say. Nicole can talk to Natasha, maybe get some things off her chest. That almost sounds like a good idea. Sure. Bobby looked at Nicole and said, Honey, I'm going to go out for a while and have a few drinks with Reuben. Catch up on a few things. Okay, Bobby. Are you going to be long? Nicole asked with a cheerful voice. Probably an hour or two, maybe three. I'll be waiting for you. Bobby kissed her. Then he went with Reuben to the sports bar. When they walked in, Bobby said, Reuben, can I borrow a few hundred from you? Stanley's supposed to be loaning me some money. I haven't gotten it yet. Reuben pulled out a stack of hundreds from his pocket. He handed it to him. Spend as much as you like. No worries about paying me back. Get us a bottle of vodka and call it celebration. That my little man is back. That my little man is back safe at home. Bobby accepted the stack of bills. Thanks. I will keep track and pay you back. Bobby told Reuben what table to sit at. He walked to the bar and paid for a bottle of vodka, 3 glasses on ice, 1 Coke, and a bottle of orange juice. He had it delivered to the table. He walked back to the table and talked to Reuben for a while. He finished the Coke. He opened the orange juice and mixed it half and half with vodka in a glass of ice. He stood up and said, Be right back. He walked to another section of the bar. He set the glass down on the table. Ashley looked up at him. How did you know? You got that. You are not getting out of my sight. Look around you. That obvious, huh? She said with a smirk on her face. He kissed her cheek. Yep. Thank you for saving my life. You're welcome, she said in an almost timid tone. Bobby walked back to the table and he shouted out between songs. Rome, let's kick this pig. Feeling like some heavy shit to start. What you say we do a trio of AC/DC start off with? Rock and roll ain't noise pollution. Followed up with Hell's Bells, stopping on the highway to hell. He grabbed the bottle of vodka, turned it up, and drank nearly half of it, and then he set it down. Rum the DJ said into the microphone. Okay, ladies, Bob back in the house, and he says the dance floor is about to get hellaciously hot. You got it, brother. Stretch your stuff. Show us how hot hell is. The music started. Bobby said, Be back in a while. The music started and Bobby started spinning as he walked out on the dance floor. He started dancing. When the songs were over, Rome shouted out, Hot damn, ladies, we're going to keep this going. The boy is electric tonight, like he was struck by lightning. He played Thunderstruck. When the song was over, Bobby walked over to Jerome and said, Hey, brother. He pulled out 5 $100 bills and said, A tip if you will play a song and let it repeat until I leave. Rome's eyes opened wide. For 5 large, you got it. What you want to hear, brother? The dance. Garth Brooks. Taking the money, he said, The dance it is. Bobby walked over to the wall and placed his head on the wall next to the speaker. The song had played several times. Ashley came over, sat down beside Reuben, and said, Is he okay? Her eyes stayed on Bobby. Reuben sighed and said as he leaned back slightly, He's got a lot on his mind. He's got a lot on his mind. God, let me praise it. Oh, by the way, thank you for the book, Nathan. Let's see. Jerome walked over to Bobby. Brother, you okay? Yeah, today was sentimental value to me. The song is very special to me. Just reliving a memory, man. Rome said, Rome said in a concerned tone, if you need to talk, you know where I am at. You know where I am, man. Bobby didn't say anything and Rome walked away. A few hours went by and he was still standing next to the wall. He felt arms go around his waist and a body next to his. A head lay sideways on his back. Gloria said, do you want to talk about what is on your mind? What are you doing here? Reuben or Ashley call you? Her heart was breaking as she heard the song. No, Rome called and said something was very wrong with you, that you were standing with your head next to the speaker on the wall. I thought maybe you needed a friend, so I brought Brittany. She swallowed hard. She told me to come over here. This was our special song. I won't listen to anything you have to say. I know something is bothering you. Everyone does. I could be a friend, Bobby, if you will let me. You don't have to look at me as an ex lover. Her arm started to tremble a little. His voice quavered. Every time I close my eyes, I see a gun pointed at Brittany's head, a look of terror on her face. I couldn't move, not because of the gun that was pointed at my head. I just couldn't move. I felt something very incredible that then tears came to Brittany's eyes. Everything went black. I was hoping I died. Tears welled in his eyes. But instead, I woke up in an ambulance with Ashley sitting beside me. She had a tube from her arm to mine, giving me blood. I asked about Brittany. Ashley said she was okay, but there was something in her voice. I tried to think about you and it hurt. He shook his head and said, then they gave me something and I went to sleep. The next thing I knew, I was waking up in a hospital with Brittany beside me. They said they had run her out 4 times. I wanted to ask what happened, but Ivan came over and put his arms around her. The way she looked at him, I knew what had happened. I was about to say something, but Nicole walked up, and the way she looked at me, I knew I was trapped. A lot of pain and fear was present in his eyes. With no way out of this one, they took me to a room. Nicole kissed me. I felt like I had been waiting for that for a long time. Brittany stayed at my side. Ivan tried to get her to leave. I wouldn't let her leave. He thinks we're lovers or used to be lovers. Nicole feels the same way, but she understands a little better than Ivan. Brittany acts like she is so happy with him. But in my heart and in my mind, I know it isn't right. I know I can walk away from Nicole for you. I've even thought about doing that. My feelings are nowhere near as strong as hers. It would hurt like leaving a lover for another woman. Now there was a hint of confusion in his voice. I guess that is I guess that is what it would be like. Not that I've ever done that. But then I remembered Mrs. Chandler's funeral, the wall of dance maids that didn't survive the fall. Then I thought about Nicole and Brittany. He turned and faced Gloria and said as a tear came from his eyes, I was only conscious for a few seconds. I think that's the reason why I'm not head over heels like Brittany. I used the memories of how you acted when you were under the curse with Stanley. I could only stall for so long. I haven't even told Brittany. We haven't had a moment alone. I'm not sure I would if we were alone. I let her down when she needed me the most. I'm afraid if this goes any further, I'm going to be head over heels for Nicole. I love her so much. He shook his head frantically as the tears started to flow a little more. But not as much as I do you. You're my wife, baby. I'm trapped, Gloria, with no way out. I do not know what to do. I'm so afraid if I come straight with her, Nicole is going to do something stupid. I listened to everything y'all told us. I know Brittany's fighting this, and she isn't strong enough to overcome it. I know if I walk, she's going to think if he can do it, I can too. She's going to walk too. If that idiot does anything stupid, I'm afraid she's going to fall right behind him. She wiped the side of his face as he said, "It's like I'm in love with two women. If I have sex with one, I'll betray the other. One I do not want to betray, but I don't have a choice. The other, it wouldn't hurt as bad. I know I'm a big trouble tomorrow. I know Brittany left today with you because she doesn't want to be alone with Ivan. I'm almost sure she used my injury as an excuse not to be alone with him. I think you may know that too. Ivan thinks that friendship ring that is on her finger is for me. She's constantly holding it or touching the necklace. The one that says Stanley and Brittany, he hasn't read yet. He swallowed hard. This is how I know for certain. If she could walk away from him, she would. I know she didn't want this. She knew a guard was going to come out, and she knew she would likely get killed. She called JD and told him if she lived to kill her. The guard played right into her palm. What most didn't know was when she started walking, her only goal was to die. Partners in crime do the time. If that time means death, then so be it. We weren't supposed to live. This feels so real with me and Nicole, but I know and believe it isn't real. Brittany knows that, but she doesn't believe it. I don't think she will survive the fall. I'm not sure Nicole will either. Plus, my parents are going to get so pissed. I just started having a relationship with my father that is shot to hell now because they because they all of the kids and you. That is everything that is on my mind. Gloria was holding back tears. She waited for a moment to make sure her voice was steady. First, you look down on your feet. Have a single room, but with a king size bed. You can come back and stay with us. I think it would do Brittany good if you held her. I will sleep on the other side of her. Stanley called Sam and told him to come as fast as he can. I haven't talked to Stanley since he called and told me that he did. Sam gets here, you tell him everything you told me. Stanley says that Sam has friends that know just as much as he does and more. They are on the way to the States. Bobby, I love you. She touched his face. I know this isn't real. I know that. If this happens to go further than you want, I will wait, Bobby. I will wait for you. But if it doesn't or does go that far, I would greatly appreciate you sneaking in some time for me before you go to her arms. Make love to me once, please, if it doesn't hurt that much. The last thing I want is to hurt you, Bobby. I will make you a promise. I will do everything in my power to help them. I mean everything. I have a few ideas, but not but will not tell you these ideas. But I need to talk to someone that knows more than me. I'm going to be talking about y'all behind your back, searching for answers, keeping things from you. Not because I want to, but because the two of you don't think with a clear mind right now. I can see and tell, just like you, Brittany is fighting this with everything that she has. I know you and Brittany talked about me and Stanley when this when this was happening to us. This will be no different. This problem is slightly more complicated. Stanley and I work together. The four of you are, but we will be thinking what is best for all of you, Bobby. It may be hard, baby. I'm not going to lie to you. Some things you may not understand or want to happen, but if it is for the best, then it is for the best. You hang in there, and I will support you the best I can, just like you did me. She rubbed his face. Just like you did me, baby. She paused and said, I love you more than words can say. I want you to know I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure the two of you are strong. She hugged him. Let's go get you in the bed. She held back tears as he started dancing with her. After they got done dancing, they walked over to the table. Do I get one too? Brittany said. He held out his hand and they walked out onto the dance floor. As they danced, Gloria told Reuben, "Tell Nicole Bobby took you to a friend's house and he got drunk and passed out." Reuben nodded and said with a concerned voice, "I hope you know what you're doing." "So do I, Reuben, so do I." After they got done dancing, Gloria took them back to the hotel. Bobby took a shower, then Brittany took one, and they went to bed and went to sleep. Boom! There we go. That wasn't too bad. Which deep voice would that be? Would that be this deep voice? Would that be? I tell me about 60 different voices there. Nina, the surprise is the book is for free today. That's what the surprise is, Goofy. All righty, everybody. Nathan, Miss Nina, Miss Oriana Nina will send it to you. The voices are killing me. Between that and the pollen. Thank you, Miss Shirley. Thank you, Nathan. All right. I'm going to bed. I'm going to take my medicine and go to bed. Hey, what did you do? You didn't do anything. You need to go to bed, bitch. Shorty bitch, go to bed. All right, everybody. Have a great evening. Nina's such a liar. And come back tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern Time. And I'll read you another book about a motorcycle club, but I can't even remember the name of it. It's by Z. Raven, though. I did remember that one. All righty. Y'all have a good evening. Happy reading.